All right, first of all, nobody is paying me for this video. Nobody is endorsing me in this video. I'm just gonna give you my one opinion out of 8 billion people. And to be totally honest with you guys, comparing the Maschine's whole ecosystem versus the Akai's ecosystem is like comparing apples to broccoli. Bolo! First things first, if you do not have one, go ahead and get a Distrokid account. Trust me, it is the only place you need to go to upload your music. It is very simple, very streamlined, and you don't really have that many issues. Plus, if you want to collect all your songwriter royalties and all of that good stuff, you can go ahead and get it from Distrokid, and it's only a one-time fee for the year, and you can release as many songs and as many projects as you want. They start around about $20 a month and they go up, and if you click on that little discount code in the video description, you can go ahead and get a Distrokid account for like 7% off. Doesn't sound like much, but it helps out a little bit. It's 7%. But yeah, go ahead and click on that link and go ahead and get you a Distrokid account, and I think you'll be happy. All right, so MPC versus Maschine, okay? As you guys know, I have an MPCX, I have an MPC Live, and I still got my 2500. And now I got the Maschine Plus and have the Maschine MK3, and I finally feel comfortable talking about both of the different systems. Now, some people try to compare the two, and I kind of understand where they're coming at with it, but just in my personal opinion, these are two totally different things. The only thing that I can say that is similar is that both of them have 16 pads on the front. Other than that, these are two totally different systems. Now, as you guys can see, I have my MPC Live 2 right here, and I have the Maschine Plus. The reason why I have both of these on here rather than the MK3 and the MPCX is because the MPCX is hooked up and my MK3 is in my book bag. So I didn't feel like pulling them out right now. So let's kind of go one by one with these, and I'll let you know what's going on. First thing we're gonna start off with is the Maschine Plus. Really like this. Since I've been using it, I've been learning it, and I've kind of understood why they don't have certain features like the MPC systems don't have. First thing that this thing does not have, it does not have a touchscreen. No touchscreen. At first I was like, doesn't make no sense. It has two screens on it. Why does it have a touchscreen? But then as I've been using it, I kind of understand why they don't have a touchscreen, because the functionality on here is really good. You don't need a touchscreen. And once you kind of get to know this and your muscle memory starts to kick in, you won't even be thinking about a touchscreen. Not at all. Now, there is a few things that I don't kind of like about it. And the number one thing that I do not like about it is it crashes a lot. Not just the Maschine Plus, but the MK3 as well. This thing crashes a lot, or it hangs up a lot, where you have to sit here and wait like 2 or 3 minutes for it to kind of come back. It's a lot of stuff going on with this crashing. Now, some people may say, well, you got it hooked up to your M1 Mac, that's the issue. I can't say that, because when I hook it up to my other Mac that's not an M1, it does the same doggone thing. So yeah, few crash issues. I kind of got used to it, just like pretty much every other Maschine user. They just get used to it crashing. Another thing I do not like about this, I don't know, maybe this is something that may be a little petty. When you get the sounds that come with this, it doesn't come with natural sounds like pianos. It comes with a plethora of built-in sounds that comes with the Maschine Plus, but it doesn't have any like pianos. There's no real pianos with it. And then the thing about it is, if you try to go ahead and add the pianos in here, you have to do it as a user sample. As you guys know, on this, installing user samples on here is a bit kind of a crazy situation. I think they need to kind of upgrade the usability side of this, where we can put the user samples and stuff in here. For real, I think they need to upgrade the contactor here. I think you should be able to use any contact instrument in here in standalone mode. Just being honest with you, like at least for the Maschine Plus. Now the MK3 is cool. I love using all my sounds in that, no problem, because you have to hook it up to the computer, which in all actuality, with the Maschine Plus, you're gonna have to hook it up to the computer, because standalone mode on this is a little, yeah, not on the good side. Standalone mode on this really needs a little overhaul, just to be honest with you. But overall, I do like it. Now, another thing I don't kind of like about this is, it's really not much to hook up back here. Yeah, they have a few little USB ports on here and a few other stuff, but it's really not much to be considered a standalone type of a unit. I really think this is just another MIDI controller, but a very good MIDI controller, and it serves its purpose when hooked up to a computer. But all in all, I do love making scenes on here now to make my songs, and I like using the clips on here as well with the computer. Using clips on here just really doesn't make any sense. It's cool, I actually like them having the clips on here, but I'm just being honest with you guys. You need to hook this up to the computer. Yeah, but overall, this is something very good. Once I got to learn it and got to know how everything works on it, I really like using this. And doesn't sound bad. But yeah, Native Instruments, with all the stuff that comes with this, there's one thing that you guys really need to add on: MP3 support. I don't know why you only have WAV and AIFF on here, but MP3 support would be good. I'm tired of rendering down my songs and then having to go into another program just to change it to MP3. Nobody uses AIFF. I don't know anybody who uses AIFF. I'd rather you just have WAV and MP3 at least. That'll make this whole thing better to me personally. All right, next up, here we go, the MPC Live 2. You guys know I am very fond about akai products. Ever since 2002, I've had about every single MPC. And the good thing about having the MPC is if you can use this MPC, you can pretty much use every single MPC going all the way back to like the 60. Functionality and everything is pretty much the same. Well, wait a minute. Well, the 4000, I forgot about that one. Yeah, the 4000 was a little, But every single MPC is pretty much used the same way. Even the software, pretty much the same way, even though the software, software is nothing like the Maschine software. The MPC software, but standalone MPCs are great. One thing I do like about it, the touchscreen works great with the standalone. I actually like the new update, which as of now has not came out yet publicly. What's the date? What is today's date? So yeah, it's June 20th, 2022 right now, and the update comes out in like 2 days. So when you get the update, things should be a little bit better in here. There's still a lot of stuff that still needs some work in the MPCs. Now, what do I think MPCs are good for? I love using MPCs in standalone mode. I think this is one of the best pieces of equipment to use in standalone mode, not just this, but the X and the MPC-1. I love using it in standalone mode. It is so easy to use this in standalone mode, using this with keyboards. Now the Maschine, I still have issues trying to use that in standalone mode with my external keyboards. It's an issue, it's a problem, and I just don't like it. Now, the internal sounds inside of here, the stuff that comes with the MPC, all the sounds that are in here sounds fantastic. Just like the Maschine sounds, they sound very, very good. They sound fantastic. And they have natural sounds like pianos, harps, guitars, stuff like that, that come with this when you buy this. So I think that's pretty dope. Now, look at the back of this. Look at that. Look at all that stuff back there. Look at all that. This is a machine that's built for standalone mode, okay? It's built for standalone mode, and it also works good using the software. So it's cool, even though the software is, in my opinion, it needs a major overhaul. Now, how does this sound? This sounds very good. I love the MPC sound. It is totally different from the Maschine sound. Both of them have great sounds, but this one right here, I just prefer this sound because I'm just a little more used to it. The Maschine is a much cleaner sound. This just has an MPC sound. Some of you guys will get it, some of you guys won't. It's all good. The functionality on everything. Love how this thing works in standalone mode. There's a few things that I wish they would change so far as like with the menus. You can't really move folders around like that unless you have this hooked up to the computer. And I think there should be a way we can change some preferences to where certain folders pull up first rather than everything just being default all the time, but that's little stuff. Now, sequencing in this is actually very good in standalone mode. I don't think they need to change anything in standalone mode so far as sequencing. Inside of the actual software, that needs to, Yeah, I'm not gonna get on that about that because I've been talking about using a linear way to edit just like on the Force, on the Akai Force, but they haven't done it on here yet. Maybe in 3.0, maybe, because the newest update doesn't have it yet. But there's gonna be a lot of cool features and stuff coming on to this once the update hits in like 2 days from when this video is shot. So if you're watching this later on, you already got this, just go ahead and get the newest update. But other than that, love this, love how this works. I'm a little bit fast on this because I've been using this for so long, but now that I kind of know the machine a little bit, I'm kind of fast on that too. But this right here is, I'm much faster on this. And even on my MPCX, I'm way faster on that because there's more knobs and more buttons and everything, more dedicated buttons than this. But this is very good. All right, so what do I feel about both of these? Okay, number one, the reason why I say you can't compare the two is because there is two totally different softwares in each one of these, okay? If you're a machine user, you're going to love how the machine works. If you're an MPC user, you're going to love how the MPC works, okay? Two totally different softwares, two totally different ways of using these. I thought when I seen the pads and everything on here, I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be easy. I'm going to be making a beat within like 5 minutes because I know the MP. No, if you're coming from the MP to this, there's gonna be a learning curve. You have to learn basically a whole nother language. If you're coming from the machine to the MPC, is totally different. So you're gonna have your uphill battles with both of them if you have both of them. But if you take some time, in like a couple days, you'll kind of figure out the basics on each one. So if you've never used either one of these, it's gonna be an uphill battle. Or if you use one of these going into the other one, it's gonna be an uphill battle. That's just how it is. Now, which one is better for the computer? I'm going to say the machine system. All the machines work very well with the software in the computer. I love their software. I love how everything is in that software. That software is dope. Now, which one is better in standalone? As you guys know, the MPC systems are best in standalone, okay? The software is cool, but it's not like the software like this in my personal opinion. The thing that sets these two apart with the software is now this has clips, so you have like a more linear way of editing. You still have to do it in sequences and like patterns and stuff for this to work. Now, this works the same way because you have to use scenes. I wasn't too much of a fan of scenes in the machine type of stuff, but now that I use it now, it's actually pretty cool and I understand it and I can get stuff done pretty quickly. Now, using external sounds, I would definitely go with the MPC because importing external sounds, building sounds from there, this right here is cool. This is cool too. You can add your drums and all that stuff, but you have to go into the user banks and you have to do a little more extra scrolling. And then they kind of got a little bit better because you can actually, break down a few more folders to get to your sounds or whatever like that. But this definitely is better organized when you're using individual samples and stuff like that. This right here is still kind of a hassle and it's kind of weird, but I know how to use it now. But overall, these are two totally different things. The thing that sets these apart are pretty much the price, okay? This is a standalone unit, but it doesn't come with a battery. This is a standalone unit, but it comes with a battery and it comes with a speaker. And these two are relatively around about the same price. Now the MPCX is not standalone. You have to plug it in, but it comes with so many more functions with that, and you can get stuff done a little bit faster, and the thing is huge, but I really love the X. The X is great. The MPC-1, haven't used it yet, don't really know how it works, but it has a few more functions than this, but it kind of reminds me more of this. This right here is a beast using this with the software. So, if you got a machine, I'm just gonna tell you right now, use it with the software. I've used this with standalone mode, and pretty much all I keep doing with this is either waiting because it kind of hangs up on you, or I gotta keep resetting it or restarting it because it would just crash on you. Now, the one thing that is the biggest thing with me is crashing. This right here crashes a lot. This right here has not crashed on me yet. My X has not crashed on me yet. Well, wait a minute. My X has crashed on me one time, but that's when I was using the beta version for that and I was testing that. So other than that, this has never crashed on me. My X has never crashed on me. Really, none of my MPCs ever crashed on me. This thing right here and the MK3 has crashed on me more times since I've had them than these combined over all the years. Some people say it's a computer connectivity issue or whatever, but I have an M1 and I have an Intel and they do it on both. This is what I'm here to tell you guys. 50% of the people are gonna like this, 50% of the people are gonna like this one. It's just your personal choice. And what I'm gonna say is, if you want to use this with a computer right now, as of today, as of June 20th, 2022, I would say the Maschine is better with the computer. Standalone mode, Now, if you wanna use one of these in standalone, I will always go with the MPC because it just has the MPC sound. It sounds a little bit bigger. It just has that MPC sound. I can't really describe it. You know, some people call it fatter. I don't know. This in standalone mode is great. The software is pretty good in here as well, but it's not like the software in the Maschine. Nowhere near. Using this with external sense is way easier than using this. I honestly believe that Native Instruments made these to work with the computer. I think they tried to do the thing with standalone mode, but it's just not clicking with me yet. And maybe you guys can probably show me some stuff standalone, but as of right now, this right here is the best. And plus you can take it with you, you can travel with it. Now the MPCX, you can't really take it with you anywhere and travel like that, but it's still a beast. But the only thing about it is, this is supposedly their big standalone mode one, and this is like $1,000 cheaper than the MPCX. And this right here is like $1,000 cheaper than the MPCX, and you can take this with you as well. Everything with MP is pretty decent to me, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, that is my comparison of the two. I'm gonna keep working on this a little bit more. I might make another comparison video a little bit later, but so far as the sounds and everything in each one, they have a plethora of sounds. They both sound great. You know what I'm saying? This has its sound, the MPC has its sound. Either one of these are a good option. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.